Welcome to the show about the show, the podcast. This is episode 427. I'm Will. Hello. My co-host is Ben. Hello, Ben.
What's up?
As always, we're joined by Atticus. Hello, Atticus.
Hello.
Today, we're talking about Twin Peaks Season 1, Episode 5, The One-Armed Man. And I would like to start this episode off with a little bit of a mea culpa. Gentlemen, I am often fairly rude to you. I don't treat you with the respect that you each deserve. Last week, I implied Atticus was an expert on manipulating women, and I told Ben that he looked like shit. So, in the interest of making amends with you both, I'd like to read a little something I have prepared. One co-host can make you fly like the eagle. Another can give you the strength of a lion. But only both of them together in the cycle of life can fill your heart with wonder and the wisdom that you have known a singular joy. Fellas, thank you for all that you are and all that you do.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Great. And if it sounds like I'm being sarcastic at all, that's just because of the way I am. The way that my voice sounds. I can't do it any other way. How we doing? We haven't checked in with each other in, gosh, it feels like about a week. What's going on?
I'm doing better than the folks in Twin Peaks. I'll tell you that. Which isn't
That's
to
a
say
good thing.
Not really. They're not doing well.
I guess it depends on
there.
which ones. Some of them are having a great time.
It's true. Who do you think is having a great time in Twin Peaks?
Who's having the best time in the town of Twin Peaks? I feel like
Laura. Whoa, the ghost of Laura.
I guess actually, yeah. Who is actually having a good? Jacoby, even though he's grieving, seems to be like,
Oh my God, he's thriving.
he is weirdly thriving on the vibes. I don't know, Jerry Horn. I don't know, he was kind of put out about the business deal. He did eat the baguette.
It's true. Yeah.
Could we count Cooper?
He is actually having a blast, isn't
Transplant?
There you go.
he? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the right answer. He wouldn't be investigating a murder somewhere else if he wasn't doing this, presumably. And he gets to do it in this place that he seems to really dig. Who's having the worst time? There's a lot of people who are not having a good time here.
Laura. Once again.
Okay. She's dead.
Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Rana Pulaski.
Ronette.
Ronette. The Ronettes.
Critical
Pulaski.
condition. Mm-hmm. Not really fun answers on that end of the spectrum, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone who works at the diner?
Yeah. People commiserating about their awful partners. Lucy's having a good time, I think.
Yeah. She's got a little bit of anxiety, though, you know?
That's true.
Same thing for Andy.
Oh, man. This was
Did I
the
miss something
Andy-
between them?
I think
Yes,
you learned.
it sounds like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I think this is the episode that we kind of learn that they've been seeing each other,
Okay.
one degree or another.
But things aren't
Sounds
going well.
Maybe you missed it too. Well, I don't know. Not to say I'm a Dale Cooper over here, but I think I spotted it a little earlier than this episode.
Oh, I guess I meant like, I assume they were kind of together, but it seems like they're not doing so great together now. And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, was there a big argument or something that I missed? Or
No, I don't think we saw
okay.
that necessarily. Yeah. Yeah, I think I spotted it upon my first rewatch, or my first watch. So you guys are kind of taking a while to catch up on this. Yeah. Atticus, how are you feeling about Twin Peaks now that we're on our 5th episode? General vibes wise, like overall returning back to the town every week. Are you excited to be seeing that bird, or are you bouncing off of it again?
I don't think I'm trying to think if I would be watching it without the podcast by now. And I don't think I'm yet at the point that I would be watching it without the podcast. But I'm not like it's not I think it's somewhere between checking something off the list to do in my week that I just have to do and still enjoying the episode while I watch it. So I'm moving around a little bit on it. I like moments of it, but I'm still waiting to get it, which I think maybe just I need to stop waiting to get it. I don't know. Still struggling with that, but
no, I think waiting for it, still letting it wash over you is the right approach. Don't try to think too hard about it. Probably.
The skeptic. You're this skeptic on the show for people who want to hear a skeptic, I suppose. You're the Richard Dawkins of Twin Peaks.
Thank you. Let me grab a fedora and I can chime in on lots of things.
Ben, I know you have mentioned this a few times, but I think I'm sort of
the Pope. I'm sort of the Pope Leo of Twin Peaks. That's how I like to think of myself, by the way.
Okay.
Was that what you were going to say?
Sox fan? Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah. That we just want to keep watching it, right? Like we're just it ends too soon. Just want to roll straight into the next one. I kind of just want to mainline all these episodes.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about just stop going to work, end the podcast, just plow forward with Twin Peaks.
Responding, yeah.
Nothing else going on in life. Just watch the next couple episodes for this season and then the next 2 seasons, and then I'll pick my life back up after that point.
See what happened. Check back in. Yep. It does sound nice, doesn't it? Just kind of like, what was it like? Trump was like musing to himself, like I could just get in this tractor and drive away, or this truck and drive away. Like I could just disappear into this TV show and never come back. See what all has fallen apart when it ends.
Sure.
Maybe just me. But yeah, I am a sucker for the 1 week, 1 episode a week model. I'm probably just posing. I'm putting up a front to say that, like, oh yeah, I would love to binge this show. And if it wasn't for this podcast, I totally would. Hold me back.
What did people do? Okay, so I'm not young enough to not be familiar with, DVR, but also before that, recording TV shows onto a VCR, like putting it on a schedule, like, there's going to be an episode tonight. And so you set up your VCR to record, right? Did you guys do that? Did your parents ever do this when you were a kid?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildly cool thing to think about.
But
yeah, that's what we had, a copy of the Lion King on VHS.
Oh, nice.
And that's how I came to understand a Coca-Cola commercial as being like part of the story of the Lion King, like the polar bears, because they're like talking animals along with it. And we didn't really watch other like TV, so I kind of didn't get commercials. And so I just thought that was just like a narrative thread that was
the B
dropped.
Plot of Lion King is off in the Arctic.
Yeah, there's a little segment where the lions are white and they're drinking pop.
Yeah,
nice. I'm thirsty.
But what did people do? Okay, what did people do before, or what do you do if you
reruns?
But how easy was that to catch in between during the week?
Probably depended on your schedule. I think it was harder. Yeah, I think for a lot of times it was something that people would you would only probably make
Prioritize.
time. Yeah, you would probably make
guess-
time to watch the episode as it aired, and then
Check the newspaper if you missed it, right? For when it was going to come back.
yeah. But you probably only watched it once a week, and you couldn't really binge it. You couldn't. And discussion was probably a lot more diffuse as well. So it was kind of just like a water cooler talk, I guess. You know, you'd be talking about it with people in your lives. There were no. Can you imagine the days of no subreddits? Gosh, kids. Back in my day, we didn't have subreddits for every little thing. Read the sidebar. My son.
I think they put reruns before, like right before a new episode sometimes, right? That's smart. Whoever did that.
That's what I would do.
That's what I would do too.
Would you check in every other week?
Ooh,
Watch 2
Guess you
episodes?
could do that.
Nah,
But then it's risky.
I would do once a week. I like the once a week. They're doing. I don't like this model of dropping like 3 episodes at a time thing. Like they did it with Andor, and it seems like other shows are doing that now too. The new season of Twisted Metal is doing that. I'm not watching it, but they're doing like every week they drop 2 or 3 episodes at a time. I don't. That's bad on both ends. I think it's all of the disadvantages of the binge model with none of the advantages of the weekly model. It's nice to have a show you come back to once a week, every week for a season.
If you
This
want
all
an
sounds like a
episode,
system that's all about to collapse too, though, right? Like the way we're doing all of this, both in music and TV, is a couple seasons from collapse in terms of sustainability, perhaps.
Like everything
Yeah.
is going on. Yeah, probably. What you're saying, Ben?
if you want an episode every week, you got to watch K-dramas or something, because Shelly's got appointment VPN time every Sunday night. She's logging into like pirate Korean websites to watch the latest episode of a bunch of episodes or a bunch of TV shows that come out during the week, but they just do one episode. So maybe you gotta switch out of Hollywood. What do they call TV Hollywood? Hollywood?
I think a lot of times it's Hollywood still.
Okay.
That's a great.
It should be a
I don't
different
know.
place. It should be a different place.
I used to think silver screen meant TV because silver is kind of like the runner-up color, or second place, and that like so like the gold screen would be Hollywood, and then silver screen is like second place. That's in your homes or something. That's TV. But no, silver screen it's describing like the physical properties of
Just where you project it.
the reflection of
I thought silver screen,
isn't it?
I think silver screen is the movie theater.
Yeah,
It is, right? Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I might have misspoken, but yeah, I used
You
to
said
think that it meant TV.
TV, yeah.
But no, yeah, it is. It's the movie theater.
Do you sit down? Does anyone have like a ritual around like, or between the two of you? I'm sure you've had to develop some sort of thing, but like, some Nicole Kidman walking through your house, getting ready to sit down in front of the TV
For Twin Peaks, or
for your whatever show du jour you're watching, I guess. But sure, Twin Peaks or Lost when it was Lost.
Like, do I do the Nicole Kidman AMC thing before I watch an episode?
Yeah, but yours could be pouring a glass of milk, and
Oh,
it could be.
the ritual.
taking the belt off from around your neck, walking out of your closet, heading into the TV room.
No.
Leave
No.
that on. Good call.
I simply,
I guess I should have known that you
turn-
don't, because sometimes you watch it in the Uber.
yeah, exactly. I like to turn on some background music really loud, And I just pull my phone out of my pocket, and put it on split screen with Twitter,
Nice.
x.com, and scroll.
I like to invite a bunch of disrespectful teenagers to sit in front of me in my own home and be on TikTok, so replicate the movie theater experience.
Mm.
This is an axe I'll keep grinding. People are so reverent of the theatrical experience, and I've had good theatrical experiences, but it's often not good. It's often quite poor.
But
Mostly because
expensive.
but at least it's expensive, and at least
Yeah.
you can't really see the screen that well because it's not bright enough, and you're too cold, and they're teens.
Did you
I
know
think
you're
you
allowed to
should-
bring a blanket?
Really? I mean, that makes sense. You could
I
just
don't know
put
why
it
you
on
wouldn't
you.
be.
You could just put it on you before you walk in.
Or fold it up, bring it with you.
You would
unfold it, put it
deprive
on
an
you
old
when you sit
man
down.
from his cape.
I think you should
You
be
have to
able
wear it
to
around your neck.
buy. I think that the theater, like the regular theaters at least, they need to let you buy, like, movie pass, whatever, but for the popcorn. I want to just pay some probably crazy amount, but just every time I go, popcorn for free. Or not for free, but just popcorn subscription.
Popcorn as a service.
I'm sorry to be rolling out another
Pass.
subscription service, but yeah, pass is what I want. I want popcorn as a service.
How much would you pay for the VIP proposal, the pants, Joshua Pants, VIP service where you're allowed to pause the movie to go to the bathroom for everybody else?
Ooh.
Joshua
I don't
Pants?
know.
What are you talking about?
What's the Twitter account? It's Joshua Mr. Pants or something like that does the comics that are like.
Oh, okay.
He had one where it was you can pay extra and you're the VIP. You're allowed to pause it.
I just got really excited. I thought there
was
was maybe like a new technology for pants. That would
no.
like
Everyone's
if you
yelling, I'm
wet
like-
your pants a little bit, it'll pause the movie, and then you can go to the bathroom.
It automatically detects moisture in your seat.
Yeah. You do have to be a little bit like Don Draper, like prefacing like the pitch.
Of course, we couldn't catch it before you pee. It will be after.
They should
We're
do.
gonna make
They
peeing your
should
pants
pause
cool.
it. They should pause. I like that idea. They pause it for you, and it's only a little bit of shame though. There's a little thing that pause, and then it goes a little ding right above your head.
This guy has to pee.
And then it's like we have a patron who needs to pee back in 90 seconds, whatever. And they let you go, and everybody, they know it's you because there's a little ding like The Sims above your head or whatever, but that'd be nice. I've only had to pee really bad at the theater one time, and it was watching The Godfather, the original Godfather. Well, not the original Godfather, but a couple of years ago.
Sure.
And I really leaned forward in my seat, which made it look like I was really interested in the movie, but I was literally just waiting for them. I didn't want to miss it.
It's a movie you had seen before.
A movie I'd seen
Probably.
before, but I didn't want to miss anything because it's at the end of the movie. I was like, this is pretty awesome, but it was really bad. So I kind of pretty much got down into like a running, like a sprint pose. And then the movie ended and I jumped out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess any stories of needing to go pee at the movie theater?
I don't think so. I think I usually make it pretty much no matter what to the end. I don't know, even if it's extremely uncomfortable. Wait, I don't know. I think like more for me, I don't really care about missing stuff as much as it's just like I don't like navigate. I don't know. I don't like moving around in the dark with other people. I'm never falling over, but I'm just as soon as I stand up, I'm like, I'm gonna fall over onto like 30 people.
Yeah. I'll say for my part, I've had to go to the bathroom in the movie theater a couple of times myself. And I have.
Good for you.
Yep.
Movie theater is better for that than the musical theater. Gotta say, I will
It's
give
true.
some props to the musical theater for making their theaters as dangerous as possible. Every time somebody comes to town and we go to Hadestown, Chicago, whatever, something like that, I do think better not stand up.
At least they don't serve you like 2 liters of wine right at the beginning of it all too. That's gonna make all parts of going to the bathroom more difficult. The one thing they will do there though is they will stop you from returning to your seat until it's an appropriate time. Like the ushers will arm bar you.
They'll also
Should
tackle
intermission
you.
come back to the theater?
Should intermission come back to like movie theaters? Yes.
Yeah.
They
The
do it
same
for
way
long-
that like musical theaters do?
Big time, yes.
They do it for long movies sometimes, you know?
Yeah, like The Brutalist had one.
Did they?
But yeah,
they let you
I
out?
definitely
Yeah.
think. I think that's a great idea.
I think your movie's
bring a
got to be
little-
like.
Does it come up with like a timer or something, or what did it look like? Did the
Actually,
lights
I don't
just
know.
come on and the screen?
I didn't see
went
The
off?
Brutalist, but I just knew they had it.
I think some theaters tell you that I've been to. They tell you ahead of time, like if there's one built in, then they tell you like we're gonna pause it because some people want to see the intermission music too. I know that's like Seven Samurai has got the intermission in the middle, and people want to hear the music. So they're like, okay, intermission. Now go pee for 10 minutes, and then come back, and then we'll let you watch the intermission.
That's
Bunch of nerds.
that's annoying.
That is. I do agree with that. That is annoying.
This is where you go pee. Sorry, you just gotta. You're gonna go
But they
get up and
should.
leave.
The sad thing though is they got to make the music really loud. Like if you're at an opera house or something with the live music for an intermission, and then you can hear it when you're peeing in the bathroom. That's good.
I mean, there's all
that's a good feeling.
the lights. House lights are helpful for.
They do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the
fun.
advantage in that situation is everyone there is to see the same
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
In a movie theater, they just blast in all of the intermission music for every single theater.
It's the worst sound. Yeah. I mean, I think just like doing a 10-minute break and like you just come back into like you're an adult, you have to just get this right. But like I like the idea of intermissions. Bring back like I don't necessarily agree with the like, oh, we got to make movies 90 minutes again type thing. Like, I think that there are probably some that do that. I think a nice, compact, tightly written and paced 90-minute movie is great. But I think that we should have more 4.5-hour like epic movies with intermissions, just kind of spectacle pieces. That'd be fun too. Anyway, that's not what any of this is about. We're here to talk about The One-Armed Man. This is directed by Tim Hunter, written by Robert Engels, and aired May 3rd, 1990. We begin. Sarah describes her vision of Bob to Deputy Andy while he sketches the man's face. She's like, he looked like absolute dog shit. Damn, even when he's not doing like a weird expression, he just looks like a fucking freak of nature. And Frank Silva's just standing off to the side, like while that's being filmed, waiting to do his job between takes.
Oh,
Yeah. Huh.
Sketch artists.
Poor guy.
It happens later, but sketch artists knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Andy, right? The synopsis says this, Andy. Was it not Andy?
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Kinda-
Andy's doing a
I
good
guess you
job.
don't really see it on screen, but yeah. Should have gone to art school instead of becoming a cop.
What do you mean? He's good at being a cop. She also
I think at some
described-
point someone tells them to like, oh, the eyes need to be closer together. And I was just thinking like, that sounds like a quick adjustment, but would that not be like redrawing it completely? Like,
yeah, I think
fuck
it's pretty.
you, it's fine.
Seems like you were able to recognize it right away, Coop. So I think we're all right. She also describes a vision of someone taking Laura's heart necklace. Donna winces at this, as she and James were the ones who hid it. And then we get a great scene where Truman and Andy.
Donna kind of
What?
does like turn her head, office gym style.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that me?
Who, me? So yeah, we get the scene where Truman and Andy walk into the station and ask Lucy what's going on. And then she gives them a full recap of the episode of Invitation to Love she's watching. And I'm thinking there, like, God, who would want to listen to somebody just like talk about an episode of TV? Jesus Christ, just blah blah blah. Oh wait, that's what we're doing. And incidentally, she gives a much more insightful and interesting take on the show than that she's watching that we're doing here. She's the host of the show about the show within the show, the podcast. And that episode of Invitation to Love features a necklace, much like the one that we're talking about, or the characters talking about their life.
I was jealous of her grasp of what was going on and what she was watching.
Yeah, and her like predictions and like anticipation of like the twists and how the writers will respond to expectations. And we get a little bit of Andy Lucy interaction there. We get more spoken lines by Andy this episode than I think we have so far, and it clicked with me. He sounds like Hank Hill. He's
How did Andy end up in Washington?
it's kind of a Jar Jar situation, I believe. He's been exiled from his previous society.
It's good. What was his previous society? Can you guys ID the accent?
I mean, he sounds like Hank Hill. He's Texas.
But what? That'd be Texas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lucy, why aren't you friends with me anymore, Lucy? Why don't you talk to me?
He does
He's
seem
mad.
like he dropped something that destroyed an entire army on his side or something.
Yeah, and we do see that exact move in this episode.
Yeah.
I want the Andy Jar Jar re-edit where Andy like bobbles like the blue glowing bob thing that the Gungans were using, the Phantom Menace. Actually, if Jar Jar with Andy's voice could be the cut of the Phantom Menace that takes it over the top. Could solve everything.
Make a really big difference.
Yeah, the non-racist re-edit
is with
the definitive
the Twin Peaks
edition.
character.
Now with slightly less racism. There's still going to be some of it.
If Andy was when would he have been born? In the 70s, probably. He's too young to have been in the Vietnam War, right? Yeah, for sure.
I'm feeling like Hurley over here. It hasn't happened yet.
And no,
I mean,
no.
the time period of presumably Twin Peaks takes place in 1990. It's supposed to be like a contemporaneous show. By the way, the little device that Cooper was typing on is not a calculator. It's like a mini like precursor Palm Pilot thing. Like it does have calculator abilities, but it's got slightly different things. But like I think that is a very like 1990 device. So
Yeah.
using that, we think that maybe let's say Andy's 30, maybe.
I think you're right because the Twin Peaks fandom wiki says that he was born 1960.
There you go. Wow.
Yo, let's go.
Wow.
And
yeah, he's about 10 years too young, but I was going to say that he has the vibe of a guy, crying in the background of Forrest Gump or something like that, the part where he's in Vietnam.
mhm. I mean, this is underscored by him frequently crying in the background of the show he's in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can just easily imagine him with the get up, kind of cop
Yeah.
style, skinny guy with a bunch of gear on.
Mm-hmm. Zoe and I talked about this while we were watching the episode, so I know the answer to it. But do you guys know how old Agent Dale Cooper is?
25.
You're gonna say 25. Atticus, how old?
37.
Wow, that's quite the range. Right here. He's also 30.
Kyle
Makes sense.
MacLachlan was 30 then, or was he in his 20s?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And for somebody in a 30-year-old in 1990, like a 1990 30-year-old, he looks young
Yeah.
for 30, especially for that time.
Like everybody always calls out the guy who played, what was it, Boothroyd or whatever, the James Bond guy, who's like 30 or 28 years old, and he looks like 70 in Goldfinger. Yeah.
He's also like
people used to look like shit. No disrespect.
Or really good. Like all of the high school, like maybe everybody in the show is 30. You know, every actor is 30, and like some of them are like super aged for 30, and then some of them have like the smoothest skin ever. I don't know.
Sure.
Cooper interviews Dr. Jacoby about his sessions with Laura, asking him if she was seeing him about her cocaine addiction. Jacoby does not wish to breach his confidentiality agreement, but admits that he struggled to understand Laura's problems.
Confidentiality agreement seems like a little bit of a light way to put, his doctor thing.
His legal obligation.
Now it slipped in my mind. Yes, whatever you call that. Yeah. Do you think he had to practice that? Well, the actor. Do you think he knew how to do that little golf ball trick at the beginning?
He did.
Or did he practice it? Okay, because it was too good. It was too good.
It was something that he learned how to do and asked to do it on camera as part of his character. Nice. And so they found a way for him to do it. And
how about we do it while you're being interrogated for murder?
Ooh. So he's doing like close-up magic with golf ball. And I really like how they stage it because it's good. And then they cut the coverage though is that like his audience is like all the way across this big conference room. That like it kind of doesn't scan from the distance that anyone is seeing it. And so it's kind of this like performance just for himself, which I think is an interesting, fun little character a moment that he's doing a lot. This Dr. Jacoby thing. There's a lot of performance going on with this guy. Like his fashion that like he's begging for people to be like, whoa, weird tie, or like those are some goofy glasses, man. And no one ever says anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, very awesome. He takes a look back at the Tibet map or whatever at some point, and he's like, looks at Cooper and he's like, Tibet. I'm also a fan of the Far East in the least surprising thing he's ever said.
But then he says, but only as far as Hawaii.
Hawaii.
He says it with a V. I haven't heard that before. Maybe that's how you're supposed to say it. I don't know.
It sounds like a German thing.
What is like going on with them? I'm going to be thinking of like, I'm going to be doing my own investigation for the rest of my life. Like,
please don't.
Oh, you just help up hours.
Don't do that. As the FBI guy, I'm going to say, don't do that.
Coop's like, his like wanting people to think he's a weird guy thing is the absolute best moment is when Coop is like, Laura Palmer was raped by 3 men the night that she died. Were you one of them? And he's like, no. Like, just give you a couple more minutes to wonder.
Yeah.
Did he? Could I have done that?
Yeah.
No.
And
we do the golf ball thing.
Yeah. In the same like breath Cooper's just trying to be like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Like in this, like I need to get like something figured out about what this guy is doing, he was there, and he's like, were Laura's problems of a sexual? Were they sexual in nature? And Jacoby's like, huh, the problems of our entire society are sexual in nature. Dog. We're just gonna lock you up for saying that. I don't
We
know.
know you've done something. It may not be related to this.
Yeah. Who among us? What? Yeah, like where are you heading with this, dog? And Jacoby was Laura's therapist for 6 months. Which I guess is long enough to establish a relationship, especially if it's like, I don't know, frequent enough. But it kind of seems like he's a little new. He's kind of acting like I've known her entire
Years.
life or something. Like he has this like really, really deep familiarity with her.
Yeah.
How common do you think going to a therapist would have been for a high schooler in 1990? Like extremely uncommon? Like
I bet very uncommon.
Well, she didn't tell it. I mean, definitely taboo, right?
didn't tell Donna.
Tell any of her friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Cooper asks Jacoby if he was one of the 3 men who had sex with Laura on the night she died. Somewhat amused by this direct question, Jacoby denies that he was sexually involved with Laura and instead casts suspicion on a man Laura told him about who was driving a red Corvette, Leo Johnson.
I'd like to hear his like HIPAA justification for that, but not anything
Right.
else. Like, oh, I'm allowed to misdirect. I'm allowed to like throw but
Doesn't
I'm
he
not
say
allowed to.
something too that's like, Agent Cooper, I'm sure we can get creative with the doctor-patient confidentiality, can't we? Like he's suggesting like we can find our way around this. So Cooper's boss, Gordon Cole, calls him at the sheriff's station, offering insight to Laura's autopsy. Atticus, do you know who played Gordon Cole?
I don't, but I wish I could talk to my boss like this.
Well, maybe if your boss was David motherfucking Lynch, you could. This is the iconic hard of hearing Gordon Cole performance. I don't think that's a spoiler, but he talks like he's hard of hearing.
That's also just kind of how they talked on the phone back then.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but it's great.
Yeah.
Gordon explains that the twine from Laura's shoulders is a common household item, but the twine from her wrists does not match. He says that the marks on her shoulders were bird bites and that Albert is still working on reconstructing the plastic fragment from her stomach. Gordon also mentions that Albert wants Harry's badge because of their fight, but Cooper defends Harry. And yeah, basically tells him to stuff it.
Don't hang up on me.
Mm-hmm.
I will be.
I will be. Andy brings in his sketch, which Cooper identifies as the man from his dream. So Cooper wasn't there during the sketching session because he describes himself as a strong sender. He didn't want to unduly influence Sarah's description. He also receives a call from Deputy Hawk, who has located the one-armed man they believe is somehow involved. The group finds him at the Timber Falls Motel. Have you guys seen that clip of the FBI agent doing like a backflip at the club and his gun falls out and goes off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Andy basically pulls this move while they try to enter the one-armed man's room.
there.
Yeah. It's so sick.
Cooper does like a spin though, too, which is very cool.
And then Jerry, is that Jerry? Is that the right name? Of in the hotel room next, just watching.
Ben. That one's Barry. That's
Ben. Okay. Ben is like, gunfire. Be safe. I'm gonna go take a shower.
I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go wash my Elvis.
Yeah, what did that mean?
You don't know what that means?
No,
Atticus, Ben doesn't know what that means. That's so funny.
This is a highlight clip
Now
for
I get
real.
Whoa, dude.
Why did he have a
Everyone
little?
look at Ben.
Why did he have the little guy though?
Who up watching the Elvis?
No, but why did he have the guy? What was the little thing?
I don't know.
Elvis.
It was
no,
a
it doesn't make
little
sense.
toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, dude. I think what does he say? He's like, I'm gonna take Elvis for a little wash.
But he tickles it,
Mm-hmm.
Probably something like wholesome.
Yeah, that guy's probably just doing something normal.
He's got to go through his record
Basically at all
collection, make sure they're all wiped down.
Returns of videotapes. Okay, so the one-armed man that they're there to get is Philip Michael Gerard, and he's a traveling salesman. They show him the sketch, and Gerard answers that while he is sure he has never seen the man in the drawing, he still looks oddly familiar somehow. They then ask him if he knows anyone named Bob, and he says that the only Bob he knows is his best friend, Bob Lydecker, a local veterinarian, but he is currently in a coma at the hospital. What do we make of this interrogation of the one-armed man?
Probably not good in real life, but kind of kick-ass in Twin Peaks.
The only evidence they had on him was a dream, right? And that was what they used to break down the door and right? Like there wasn't any hard evidence that would lead them to
Yeah,
do
I mean,
what
like
they did.
Hawk saw him at the hospital, but that isn't evidence of anything. It's just like we saw this guy. I remembered him.
Yeah.
I think it's just dream evidence. Yeah.
I think it's too hard. They're going too hard for dream evidence.
He handles it very well, though.
Yeah, he's not even offended.
You
He's
know,
like,
not offended. He's just
I'm
kind of
happy
like,
to answer questions.
yeah, let's keep going with this.
Mhm.
Maybe I was in your dream.
Oh, you're
So
going
he-
through my suitcase? Yeah, those are
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah, he's selling shoes. He's a shoe salesman, and he only has a case of the right shoe.
You don't see a lot of that anymore. Shoe salesman.
You sure don't. And I'm gonna say
Traveling.
I'm
shoe
gonna say it
salesman.
again. This is a Lynchian moment, but in like a different way than I have been jokingly saying it. But to be like, ha, what if a one-armed man was selling single shoes? Wouldn't that be kind of funny? In the same way that like, what if there was a little guy who was talking backwards? That's kind of like just like things that like make David Lynch tick, I think. At that very motel, Ben Horn is having an intimate meeting with Catherine Martell. They discuss their plan to burn down the town's sawmill.
I guess you could put it that way. I'm just having an intimate meeting with my whatever she is. What do you call your
A woman?
No, but what do you call your person that you're cheating with?
A fair
Your
partner?
paramour? Your lover?
Your lover. Yeah, but there's a better word than that. Whatever. It's, it's more serious
Mistress?
term. Mistress. There we go.
What's wrong with paramour? Kind of
It's a
fun
little too fluffy.
one. All
What are
right.
we, Greek or something? Roman?
Wait,
Whatever language.
what are we Greek? What are we doing? But unbeknownst to both of them, Josie is sitting outside in a car, spying on the couple in their motel room. Josie herself is in turn spotted by Hawk, who finds her hanging around the motel rather odd, and he informs Cooper and Harry of having seen her after their meeting with Gerard. Norma travels to a
Harry.
parole.
Yo, Harry, I'm out here at the hotel, and I saw your girl taking pictures of guys through a window.
That was the guy you was hanging with. Norma travels to a parole hearing for her husband, Hank. She speaks with Hank prior to his hearing, and he pleads with her to back him up and promises that he has changed. Just oozing threatening vibes, this guy. At his parole meeting, Hank blames fate for his accident. He's like, gosh, it was pretty much just fate that had happened. And they're like, I mean, you did it. And he's like, yeah, but like, it's mostly fate. Like he doesn't even like do the dance of really taking accountability in the, like feigning accountability in the hearing too. Just being like, yeah, but it's
still
really mostly just an accident. Yeah. And Norma, though obviously conflicted, says that she will give him a job when he's out of jail and that they will live together. You got to feel bad for Norma. She's not loving the idea of Hank coming home, it seems.
Now she got to have him work with her all day too. Presumably.
Yeah.
A double R.
Cooper, Harry, and Andy pay a visit to
Are the 90s still bad enough that I guess it's probably like this today. But I'm imagining, like the Green Mile or Shawshank Redemption board, Southern guys being like, when she's like, well, I own the Double R Diner, so I can give him a job. And then, sexist Southern guy being, oh, yeah. You'll be making him the owner of the restaurant and you'll be working for him? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Glasses just falling off of their own accord. I don't understand. You own land? Cooper, Harry, and Andy pay a visit to Bob Lydecker's veterinarian clinic. Do you guys remember what the sign says outside the clinic?
I read it. I can't remember now.
Atticus?
I don't.
It says, aid to the beast incarnate.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Kind of an interesting slogan for your pet clinic. The receptionist takes a look at the sketch and says, whoever this man is, he is not Dr. Lydecker. Cooper believes that the bird that attacked Laura might have been a patient at Lydecker's office and orders the office's files confiscated. There's also some good llama or alpaca acting that happens in this scene too. That I assume Kyle MacLachlan just like rolled with it and like they used the take, which I would have been unable to. But like the llama gets like up in his face and then like walks away like mid-line. He like locks eyes with it and then it just continues on. It was a really funny moment.
Yeah. They do an FBI style raid, presumably, to get all those files. Richard Jewell style or whatever. Come on, boys. We got to get all these files out of here in the next 15 minutes and back to HQ. We're looking for a bird.
They start referring to the bird in very like person of interest language. They're saying like, we got to see who this bird was. And very, I mean, I really appreciated the kind of anthropomorphization or however you want to say it. They're talking about this bird like it's a person, which is fun. Meanwhile, Shelley and Bobby meet again in Leo's house. They talk about the funeral, and Bobby is still very angry that James was seeing Laura behind his back. She also shows him Leo's bloodstained shirt. He takes it, believing that it might give them the means to get rid of Leo for good. She also shows him the gun that she has brought, and the two play around with it for a bit.
Great summary. Does she actually... I don't think anybody explicitly says what they think the shirt is or what they think it's evidence of, What if Shelley's there thinking like, this is evidence that Leo killed someone, and Bobby's just like, yo, check this out. Leo shit himself. All our problems
spaghetti all over himself.
All our problems are solved. I'm going to embarrass him in front of all the boys next time I see them.
Yeah. You got any tidy whities with some skid marks? I think that would be a funny thing to wave around in the town square. Y'all catch what Bobby's shirt says in
Dick.
this scene? Dick.
You know I remember it. With the heart eye, I believe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, heart over the eye. Do you guys ever do that when you were in elementary school? I feel like that was one of those things that girls kind of trick you into, or like, girls kind of figure out, and then everybody starts doing it, and then you kind of realize, nah, this is not very cool. I'm gonna stop doing.
Trick you.
I know I've been doing this since second grade, but I'm 15 years old now. I gotta stop doing the hearts over my eye.
You got tricked into putting hearts over dotting your eyes with hearts?
For real, I think when I was in like second grade or so, girls started doing it, and then all the guys in class, we all started doing it as well. So everybody's just putting hearts over all of our eyes.
All the other guys are doing that?
100%.
Are you sure it wasn't the cool S?
No. I mean, we did that too, but no. It was hearts over the eyes.
I did the cool S with the heart over it.
Second grade.
Huh. I remember feeling very, I mean, that's fun. I remember feeling like I was being less of a man by doing bubble letters on posters. I mean, like this is girl, I'm girl moding right now.
Yeah. Bubble letters, those are fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got kind of in trouble for doing bubble letters at one point, or I think I was doing bubble letters for an assignment and I was told like, oh, we're not doing that right now. And I was like, well, I started it this way. So I'm going to finish it this way.
I'm not going to like
brought up in the...
Am I fucking crazy? I'm not going to switch from bubble letters.
I remember it being brought up in a parent-teacher conference and just thinking like, I'm not going to switch.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to give a shit about me doing bubble letters.
How much did you have to write? That's a lot of
I
effort.
don't remember. It was a kindergarten assignment.
Look, a word.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
Let me have
I mean, like,
letters.
if you were going to write like an essay in bubble letters, I could be like,
Let's
I can see the
switch.
point of like, like maybe just write it normal, but like, yeah.
People don't
Writing
do word
cat.
art. People don't do word art much anymore either. Too bad. I remember when that was a real...
Yeah, that was the shit.
That was a real thing that they're teaching you not to do in fourth grade, third grade, something like that. Like earnestly telling you it's not a good idea to turn in an essay with all the words in word art.
They told you three things in elementary school. I remember it was don't use word art. No one will ever take you seriously if you use word art. Number two, don't use Wikipedia. That's an unreliable source of information. And three, you'll never have a calculator with you. So you got to learn how to do math with pencil and paper. And of course, we've got our phones now. Of course, Wikipedia is the only remaining reliable source of information left on the internet. And joke's on you, assholes. I use word art for every fucking thing that I use that I'm putting out. This whole podcast art is word art. Everything's word art.
When I was in elementary school, they did the Wikipedia thing, but the main thing I remember that they taught us on disinformation was a video with a boy who was assigned to do a report on eagles, like bald eagles. And he goes onto the internet and he searches eagles and clicks on the first link, which is the link for the website of the Philadelphia Eagles. And then he accidentally continues to write an entire 5-paragraph essay about the Philadelphia Eagles for his research paper or whatever, and turns that in. And then they're basically like, damn, that guy's a dumbass. Could happen to you
Just don't
too.
be a dumbass.
Be alert. Be vigilant online for this type of disinformation out there. It'll never get worse.
Meanwhile, college professors are like dying for that level of like analysis and like research ability from their students now. Like I would kill for anyone to just like earnestly look up the assignment topic at any level.
Even
and
if you do it on the wrong topic.
Yeah.
That's
anything.
perfect.
Yeah.
Did you write it? I love it.
Mm-hmm. Returning briefly to the parent teacher conferences, I feel like there were a lot of moments, particularly in your childhood, Atticus, where your teachers were like, I hope I'm pretty sure his parents are gonna like give him a talking to about this or something. And like, no, like
it does seem like, I don't know. I hope I don't sound too much kids these days, but it does seem like there's a lot of nitpicking of kids when we were kids that like we don't nitpick quite as much potentially. We're a little bit more thankful that anything at all positive has happened rather than nitpicking the, but maybe that's just our specific school or something, or every kid feels nitpicked.
Yeah, like you were having fun with an assignment. Like, I think that would be, it should be encouraged.
Biggest argument I had with a teacher was there was some stupid sentence in like a grammar worksheet that said like, the computer helps you get online. And I would like cross it off and I was like, it gets you online. And lots of back and forth with Sister Mary about like, I it's not that serious. I just like am trying to have fun while I'm doing this, but if you push me,
I'm gonna dig in my
try to
heels
get
on
online without one. Try.
Just standing there, like concentrating on doing like. Oh,
do you want some help from a computer?
Trying to make the dial-up tones with your own mouth. So trying to get on. It's not gonna work. You're gonna need a computer. It's a little bit more than just helpful.
Yeah,
it's pretty critical.
And Frank, we could semantics all day. I was never online. The computer got online.
I myself was at no point connected to the internet. Sister Mary owned but precocious 11-year-old. Back at the sheriff's station, Cooper, Truman, Hawk, and Andy do some target practice. Andy's stance is so good. He just and maybe hits the target once. Everyone else takes a turn, and we find out Cooper's a dead shot. He shoots the target twice in the eye holes and then twice in the nose.
Liar.
Both nostrils.
Cop. He missed twice, I think.
He does. It's a Robin Hood thing, right? That's what Robin Hood does in the archery contest.
Why even shoot in the nostrils? Forgot where I was going with that. What's up with shooting in the nostrils? Who's doing that?
It is kind of fun to do that, right?
You would shoot if you were.
No, or like I'm trying to agree with you, and I said fun by accident, but like it's a weird thing. What are we supposed to take from that? Like he knocks out vision and then sense of smell.
I feel like if you put who's surviving 2 shots through the eyes though? Your brain's kind of right there,
sure.
I mean, okay.
Vision disabled.
Target practice isn't just like you've compromised this paper to a permanent end kind of thing. Like you just see how many times you can hit the target.
Sure. But I would do it exactly like what I've been told to do in a street fight, which is, okay, yeah, you could do the honorable thing, or you could kick somebody between the legs. And I would do the same thing with a gun. If I'm in a dangerous situation and I, for some reason, have a gun, I'm aiming at your groin every time. Yeah, I'm aiming at everybody's groin. I'll kick, if you get close, not going to be honorable, I'll kick you between the legs. If I need to shoot you, shooting between your legs too.
Even if we're just hanging out, might just grab that thing.
There we go.
I I went to I share the same philosophy, Ben. I went to the shooting range the other day for the first time. And they handed me a gun, and my instincts kicked in. My fight dirty, and I immediately I wet my pants and apologized until the target got close, and then I shot myself in the head in self-defense. Owned.
Yeah.
Real winner shit. Cooper puts Andy and Lucy to work sifting through the clinic's files. Later, Gordon Cole calls in with another update for him. Albert has finished his reconstruction of the plastic object, and it turns out that it is a piece of a poker chip with a J on it, possibly for One-Eyed Jacks. Pretty strong.
Might be.
Possibly. Albert also believes that the strange marks found on Laura came from a parrot or a mynah bird. Andy finds that the veterinary records list a mynah bird named Waldo, who is owned by Jacques Renault. They raid Renault's home, interrupting Bobby, who is planting Leo's bloodied shirt. He flees undetected, but the shirt is recovered as evidence. At the Double R Diner, James meets Madeline Ferguson. And according to the summary here, the two seem instantly smitten. I think that James is... I got that James was like, oh, wow, you look exactly like my girlfriend. That's kind of crazy. And Madeline is just kind of being nice. But
James seems like pretty interested in just everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, true love.
Mm-hmm. He foreheadly flirts with her.
What would you call that hair? It's like, when it's like, what's going on? It's just like really thin and perfectly spiked up at I don't know. It's terrible. He needs to get a different situation going on.
He's genetically, what's the opposite of predisposed? Whatever.
Post-disposed.
To not, like, he really wants the Fonzie haircut, but he's sadly never going to have the hair for it. I think that's just kind of what's going on. Yeah.
Ben, I just don't have it in me for another one of your genetics rants on the podcast, unfortunately. I had to cut it there. Folks, you missed about an hour of Ben's red-faced ranting. No, apparently that actor, James Twin Peaks, Hurley, that James is actor, James Marshall. Okay. So I feel bad for making fun of his forehead. Apparently he had a real bad time with what's the acne medication back in the day that's
Clearasil.
Accutane or something like that.
Yeah.
And it caused him really severe medical problems for it, and he sued the company that made it, and for damage to his career. And David Lynch, among others, testified at his trial for him, being like, yeah, this guy was on the verge of stardom, and it was taken from him because of his medical condition that it caused. And so he's got this perfectly smooth face, and it's because of this. If his face feels a little weird, it's because of the medicine, apparently. It controlled that, but I'm not really sure what the other effects of it were, but apparently it really fucked him up. And maybe Clint Eastwood also just testified on his behalf too, or was in the mix or something. But yeah, it was pretty big deal. I think there was class action lawsuits about that too. Yeah. Norma finishes a phone call and, with some apprehension, tells Shelley that Hank got his parole. The two of them commiserate about their awful partners. They say, or Norma says, 4 men between us, and we don't know what to do with the one of them. We get a great scene between Ben and Audrey Horne at the lodge. Ben's exercise setup is deeply whack. He is on an exercise bike in a windbreaker, pedaling in front of a stone fireplace, on the phone with his brother and some other, potential clients. And Audrey comes in to tell him that she is interested in taking on the family business. She's serious about it this time. And I guess this is right after the scene where she and Donna team up in the school bathroom, talking about like, we're gonna do our own investigation. So we kind of see that like, oh yeah, this is Audrey's ruse. Any comments about the Ben and Audrey scene or the Donna and Audrey scene?
Smoking in the bathroom.
Apparently they do go to school sometimes.
They do go to school. Yeah.
At least to the bathroom.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Smoking in the bathroom.
Smoking in the bathroom
Smoking
a
in the
big
bathroom.
thing at either of your... I mean, I'm saying either. One of our high schools is the same, but like, I don't remember encountering smoking in the bathroom.
No.
I think people did sometimes, but not like that. Not coolly.
I walked in on some people having sex in the bathroom at our school.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe they were smoking as well. I didn't check.
Did you do like a real,
You're
like
too transfixed.
a Michael Scott, like walking backwards, like?
No.
You just
I
walked
believe
in,
I did
you
do
just-
my business though.
There you go. Just pretend like you haven't noticed anything.
Speaking of having to pee, I mean, yeah.
Continuing to act normal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At night, Ben Horne meets with Leo in the woods to arrange to have the mill destroyed. Ben criticizes Leo's choice of vehicle, telling him that his red Corvette sticks out like a sore thumb, but says that Leo came highly recommended by Hank, so he is going to trust him with the task. Ben tells Leo that his associates, I think he's talking about Bobby and Mike, right? Are a couple of glue-sniffing squish heads.
Yeah. You were highly recommended because there are 3 criminals in town taking jobs.
You're the other one I haven't
and the
talked
other
to yet.
2 suck. Yeah.
Leo, meanwhile, points to a body and says that it is Bernie Renault and that his brother Jacques is back in Canada. Leo does not believe that Bernie gave him up, as Bernie was not too bright. He couldn't have given me up. He's none too bright. Ben tells Leo to make sure that the mill looks clearly like arson and hands him an envelope of cash. Ben's got to ruse himself.
That seems, making it look clearly like arson seems like, okay, just do an arson.
Just do arson.
Wouldn't that be the easiest way to go about it?
I'd almost tell this idiot to like make it look like not arson, and then it would most certainly look incredibly
And
like
whatever
arson.
you do, don't make it look like arson. He just writes, Leo Johnson was here and did arson here. James
What
and Donna
else would
walk.
you do? What else would you do, to be honest? This is how I would argue with my employer in this situation. What else am I going to do? Tactical nuclear strike or something like that, which is also a kind of fire, I feel like, too. Sort of a type of arson in a way. Is going to break everything down with my bare hands or something like that? Cut it with the saw or something? What?
It's like, all right, Leo, here's
This has
10,
gotta
10
be a
grand.
fire.
I need you to set this barn on fire or this mill on fire. And Leo like pulls out like a big floppy wizard's hat and like a book and starts like reciting a spell. No, not fireball. We need it to look like arson. Use gas can or something. James and Donna walk through the woods. Donna says that Sarah knows about the necklace's burial, and she had a vision and saw someone take it. James, skeptical of this, pulls aside the rock they buried the locket under and finds, to his astonishment, that it is gone. Donna says that somebody must have seen them and followed them. James wonders if it could have been Sarah herself, but Donna tells him that Laura and her mother both had some strange and rather uncanny ability to know about things that they had not witnessed personally, believing that it is very possible she only knew about it from a vision.
The way that's described is, we've talked about this on the podcast a long time ago, but the autism test of like of
Sore
like
subject, but yes.
Put a ball. Wait, how does it go again? With the ball and
Being
the basket?
unable to attribute false beliefs to someone else.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Laura and her mother somehow were able to do that. we haven't figured out the technology to understand something that we don't know about, or that we weren't able to witness directly in person.
James, meanwhile, like calling the police when someone plays peekaboo with him, like, 911. They've gone away. They discuss telling about the missing locket to the police. Donna says that they are the only two who loved Laura and that they must find her murderer for the sake of their relationship. And an owl hoots.
Well, if this relationship doesn't work out, I'll become obsessed with the cousin, I guess. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got a couple backups going on, so that should be okay.
Also, got to say, I think the owl is implied, well, maybe stupidly implied, to be Laura's mom.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they talk about her mom. They're like, her mom is able to see things without being there.
Even when she's not.
And then the owl hoots, and they both look up at the owl and presumably think together, she's her mom.
Guess that's her.
Her mom can transport into becoming an owl.
Josie answers a call from Harry, who asks why she was at the Timber Falls Motel, but she says to call her tomorrow. She briefly small talks with Pete, who's retiring for the night. He gets her to sign up to be his fishing partner in a fishing competition. And she shifts through the day's mail before she, much to her worry, comes across a letter with a picture of a domino with double threes. And then the phone rings. Really big picture, I might add.
I don't know domino. But by the way, we didn't talk about Hank sucking on the domino earlier, I believe. But I don't know dominoes well. Is the double three similar to, like, if somebody shows an ace of spades? I'm like, damn. I mean, just not having any other context. Nice card you've got. Nice card you've got there. Probably good. Double threes? Is that good for dominoes?
I'm not sure.
Is it a cool card the way the ace of spades is a cool card?
How is the ace of spades cool?
What do you mean? It's always like the top card in a deck, you know? If you had to pick the best card, I know that's not really like a best card, but if you had to pick a best card, it'd be the ace of spades.
Is spade the top suit?
Not necessarily, but like ace of spades is the card.
Okay.
That's the number one card. Folks, weigh in. Defend me on this one.
Sure.
I think I'm right. Ace of spades is well known to be best card in general.
I think you're confusing your favorite card with...
No. It's always got it's got a cooler logo usually. Like if you get like a player deck or whatever like that, it's usually got like a big spade. Ace of diamonds, just a single diamond. Ace of clubs, ace of, I'll say all the suits. Hearts? No, but the spade's got a big spade. And it's usually the top one or bottom one, I guess, depending on which way you're holding a new deck.
Okay.
What kind of fucked up cards do you think Dr. Jacoby has?
Oh,
Ugh.
pissed off just thinking
That
about
guy,
it.
if he was younger by 40 years, 30, 40 years, something like that, he would own every edition of Cards Against Humanity or those types of games, you know?
Yeah, he'd always be trying to play what do you meme with people at parties.
Ooh, I've been a longtime subscriber to the Cards Against Humanity Patreon, and so I have early access to sexy Cards Against Humanity if you want to come over and play it. I just got it shipped to me last week.
Yeah, we're verging on just like talking about specific guys that annoy us, but yeah, definitely is giving off those vibes.
Well, I gotta say, do you guys know somebody like Dr. Jacoby? I feel like I know the kind of guy, but mostly through movies, the trope of the guy. I don't know that I've met a Dr. Jacoby in real life.
I'm just saying that Dr. Jacoby, if he was younger, if he was born in like 1993,
Sure.
in April, let's say, and went to my elementary school, and then we didn't talk for years, but then went to the same high school, and then didn't talk for years, but then we just recently met up, and he borrowed my phone charger. He wouldn't have returned it. That's the kind of vibe he's getting off.
Nice.
He's putting off.
Nice. By the way, a couple episodes ago, maybe the first episode, you made the comment or whatever that two of us were related on this show. And someone who will go unnamed in my family who listened to the episode reached out and said that to me and asked who was the
Which two?
who were the people that were related. Yeah, I'll tell you after, but
So
yeah.
in your family.
In my family.
So should know who's related to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it's Hank on the phone, who's calling from the prison, and this is where he's licking an
Oh,
identical
this is,
domino.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he's really getting after it with that domino. That's gross.
Did you get my
he
call?
Yeah, he asked Josie if she got his message, to which she apprehensively answers yes. He tells her that he will catch up with her later and hangs up. A shaken Josie puts down the phone.
What are you supposed to do in that situation? I feel that's kind of like when, cops, somebody's been kidnapped and the cops say they're going to sit next to you while they've tapped your call and they listen in on your call or whatever. That's a little easier when they're telling you what to do. I'd be in the moment. Somebody's asking me, did you get my message? Very menacingly. And I did get their message. What is telling the truth the best thing to do, or is lying? I feel like I would default to probably lying, thinking that would save me somehow.
If
Did
presumably Josie
message?
must know what the message means to some extent.
I suppose,
so that,
yeah.
So that it was enough to like scare her into being honest. But yeah, if you could just be like, no, what is it? What's the message?
No, you could just tell me right now.
Yeah, what is it? What'd you get?
Damn, I'll call back tomorrow. Watch your mail. Fuck,
All right, that's the end of the show. End of the episode. So, I think this episode is... I had a really good time watching this episode, but I do think its purpose is to be shoe leather. It can't be flashy all the time, but it still manages to have a lot of fun in the procedural moments, particularly in the production. There were several scenes in the episode that were shot using a split diopter lens. And I'm definitely doing the film Twitter guy of just, the split diopter, it's happening. And so like at the end of the scene where Audrey and Ben are talking, they're both in focus, even though they're at really different parts of the scene. And the episode ends with a shot featuring a Dutch angle. And
Yes.
Tim Hunter was the only director on the series who Frost and Lynch allowed to use this shot, which was otherwise forbidden.
Nice.
It did, and it
No
definitely
Dutch.
I don't think I'd noticed that there, I hadn't been keeping track mentally, okay, we haven't seen a Dutch angle yet, but it definitely was like, whoa, Dutch angle. It was it's just feeling weird.
I mean, I'm not a camera guy, cinematography guy, whatever.
You're not a
and
Dutchman.
I caught it. Yeah, I'm also not Dutch. I noticed it, and I think having seen everything else, it's very out of character. So not surprised to hear that it was officially banned
Explicitly
elsewhere.
verboten. Yeah.
Why would it be forbidden? Is it just like, I mean, what should I take do you guys take issue with Dutch angles, or people love them, or people are like, oh, it's overused, it's like shaky cam, or like what is like the film consensus of Dutch angles?
I think that it's probably close to that last point where the tone of the show is so specific, and we want it to be very soap opera-y, and like the weird stuff is gonna pop in particular ways, and if we let people use the Dutch, if that's a tool in the tool belt, that is going to be a cheap way of getting weird, and so that's what I'm guessing the philosophy about, like, limiting the use of that. Like, you got to do it another way, you got to do it with substance, you got to do it with some other technique.
Yeah, it'd be so out of the norm for soap opera too, right? I feel like you do it enough,
sure.
and you're just gonna you kind of hurt some of the vibe that you've already got going on.
Yeah,
but I agree with you that it seems like it's a little too. It would feel a little cheap for what they're trying to do.
But only in this context, right? Like, it's not like, oh, in the movie you see a Dutch angle, that means it's cheap. It's just different language? Or would you say the consensus is now that tilty is cheap?
I feel like you don't see it too much these days. I think that it probably was a stylistic thing more of the era of the closer to this time. But I don't have like feelings about like it in isolation as a technique.
Gotcha.
That like, oh, it's automatically going to be like whatever.
Yeah, looks cool sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it looks great, and then sometimes like it does feel like, yeah, we get it. You're trying to do shorthand. You're trying to get spooky without doing the homework. But that's not to say that you can't use it effectively. So I guess with that, this is kind of like a more procedural episode. I'm gonna give it a 3, but I still really liked it. Ben,
It's a 4 for me.
nice.
My friends. Yes, it's good. It's a good episode. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
Dr. Jacoby being weirdo, everybody else being a weirdo. It's always good.
I think I'll say 4 as well.
Nice. I feel bad about giving it a 3, but you know what? I 3 is a good score. 3 is still a good score. I just want to give a little bit more dynamic range, I guess, in the ratings, because like I still enjoyed it. Still want to watch more. And we will watch more. In fact, next week we're going to watch the next episode. Thanks for listening and watching to the show. We're on YouTube. If you're not watching us there, check us out. Feel free to write in the comments down below what did we miss about this episode. And make sure to tune in next week when we watch episode 6. Bye. This is a brand new Extra Good podcast. Learn more at brandnewextragood.com.